If you ever stare at your overflowing collection and wonder, why do I keep doing this? Why there's that constant, I want one more, I want the last one. This is something that I think is psychologically rooted inside us, that kind of collection driven desire to have more, to have the newest, to have the rarest. But why is that? Today we are trying to dive into the hidden reason of this compulsory behavior that we are experiencing, all of us. Why we keep expanding our library when we have plenty enough of games to play. If you think about your collection, your friend collection, we will have enough game to play with the rest of our lives. And yet, we are still there in front of Kickstarter, Marketplace, chasing games, and still we have boxes and boxes of stuff still wrapped. Please join me in the discussion and let's start. I think one of the main reasons is the cult of the new. Believe it or not, nowadays we are seeking for the newest object, for the newest product. There is a dopamine rush in opening new boxes, in seeing new stuff, and therefore the publisher and designer, they don't make us easy. They make amazing boxes, amazing looking product that is our desire, that is our imagination. Oh, look at how it looks. Take a look at the components of this game. If it looks that good, how good the experience is gonna be with this product. And then we have Kickstarter, the famous FOMO, the fear of missing out. We have those products that makes feel that everything's gonna be so scarce. You have only one chance to get that game, Kickstarter or not. And yet we all know that the game is gonna show up in secondhand. It's gonna show up in retailers. Yes, you may say, oh, I want the exclusive stuff. But why? Why do you want to be exclusive? What do you get there for being exclusive? And I think one other very big component is that of imagination. I think it's the strongest of all is the imagination, imagining playing those games. I found myself staring at my library and imagine, oh, how that game is gonna be. Or the opposite, staring at games that I play so far away in time and imagining that experience. I'm not gonna get it over that game because last time I played was such amazing experience, and I want to re-experience that anytime I want it. And believe it or not, this is very rare that it's gonna happen. If a game is sitting on a shelf for that long, I don't know if it's gonna give you the same feeling that you had 15 years ago. And then there's also the constant idea that the bigger is the better, meaning the bigger is your collection, the wider is your collection, the better. I see so many showing off. I have 300 games, I have 1,000 games, I have 3,000 games. And so what? Like, what you trying to prove, with these numbers? Why you want to go of quality? Why you want to show off quantity over quality? I mean, I struggle. I really struggle to find 100 very good games because most of them are fine. They're good, but not worth keeping it. And yet, we are chasing new stuff. Or maybe there's another problem. Is it maybe we are afraid of making decisions? Have you thought about this? We, in a world of dozens of boxes, maybe we don't want to make the decision which game to pick. I mean, think about this. We have so many corporate games that more or less they do the same thing. We have so many trick-taking games that's more or less they do the same thing. Euro games that more or less they do the same thing. And yet they are so similar, but we buy them all. Why? Maybe it's telling us something about ourselves. Maybe it's telling us that we are struggling to face a problem that we have of making decisions. Maybe we need to learn how to make decisions. It could be painful. Maybe we're afraid of that. Maybe we are trying to escape the fear to make the bad decision, meaning get rid of a game and then turn out to be the game that we like the most. Is it actually? Does it really matter? Have you ever wondered that? Have you ever questioned yourself about that? I think there is also the component of catching, the feel of touching, the feel of I can play anytime I want, although we very well know that we don't have that much time. That's why we have still boxes shrink wrapped in the library. And there's definitely the greatest satisfaction on unboxing it and punching it. And yet, I wonder why do I found that satisfaction extremely compelling to me? Still, we have many boxes shrink wrap for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I want to also save that feeling for later. I don't want to be maybe overwhelmed from unboxing and just keeping in for a special occasion, like a precious old wine that you're waiting that special occasion to open it, a special occasion that never comes. A game it will never be open. And then there are those that they will tell you it's some sort of investment, especially with Kickstarter. You see people diving into like a all in and 300, 500, $1,000 pledge for a game that nobody know how it plays. Nobody knows if it's good. Nobody knows if it's going to be delivered. And people will tell you, well, because I will acquire value. Is this a property? Is it actually going to appreciate? I mean, honestly, be realistic. It's a toy. These are toys. They have value to us, to very a minority of people. And this is not only for board games. This is, I feel, with all collectibles, all the Pokemon cards, all the baseball cards, all of them. They're just piece of paper, but yet people spend thousands and thousands of dollars. And I feel extremely frustrating people throwing money at one piece of paper because it's rare. Why are you purchasing that? I feel like that's not an asset. That's not going to help you buy a property or helping you buy a car unless you hope there's going to be another fool person willing to spend more money than you did. That's what it is. It's not an asset. It doesn't provide you anything. It just buys something with the hope that someone else will pay more than what you did. I managed to grab games that they're considered rare at the discount price. I don't think that person, he was an idiot, right? You know, I've seen the people, oh, this person is selling the Queen's Gambit for 70 Canadian or $50. He's an idiot. He's losing. No, that toy has no value to that person. Just $50 is good enough. To me, no, I get it because I think I can maybe sell it more. But again, it's a hope that someone is going to be willing to spend more than they did. Because at the end of the day, there are not that many that are going to be willing to do that. And so that's the idea. Oh, it's an asset. Is it actually is? It's just a hope that someone else is willing to spend more than you did. Have you ever wondered if this tendency, I mean, I've seen people that join this hobby like last year or 2 years ago, and they already have hundreds of games in their library. But why is that? To mimic influencer, to mimic whoever reviewers show off their huge library at the back, and they want to mimic that. That's the more are in the hobby. Like the more you play, the more games you have, the more pure hobbyist you are. Is it that to say? Is it really? I feel like it costs me anxiety to see those games and hoarding them at home and don't have enough time to play them. And that feeling, it just compounds every time a new box comes out and new games. It looks extremely interesting. And it's kind of a vicious circle. I need to get it because, maybe I'm going to miss out on an experience. Everyone is going to talk about it. And I don't know how this game is. It doesn't really matter. I think it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter if you play 10 games and you keep playing the same over and over. If you're having a good time, good for you. Excellent. Think about this. I'm in that rabbit hole. Like everyone else, we organize a board game night. We play a game, we finish it, and we rush it to pack it and play a new one. If we enjoy, why don't we play again? How many times? Even if it's been 2 hours, no Euro crunchy game, let's play it again. We just learned it. Well, now we know how it works. Let's play it again. Let's enjoy the feeling again. How many times that it happens? Not in my group. Rather immediately pack. I guess unless it's not a small game, it's easy to set it up again, and 30 minutes you play it again. It's fine. But no games like this. Once and done, pack it, move it to the next one. I had a colleague wondering how many times you think now, like seriously, this is a box that costs $50, $60. How many times you need to play to make your mouth worth it? I mean, we can argue on that, but I think this is a very known fallacy that we are also trying to excuse ourselves and put a pressure on ourselves and schedule as well. Like, oh, if I buy this for $50, I better play 5, 6 times and all that kind of things. It's like going to a movie for $10. It's a fair argument, but at the same time, you bought it. right? It's just like nobody's gonna give you the money back. And if you sell second hand, probably you're gonna lose on that trade. So don't think about it in this way. So enjoy the game as much as you want it. And if it is only one time, so be it. Okay? So be it. Don't put ourselves stress and pressure and anxiety because we need to play, play, play. So I think since the new year, I want to make a resolution. I want to shrink my collection of games, and I want you to also go through yours and shrink it for environmental purposes, for your wallet, for space. Space is a commodity that not many people have. So, how can we address that? First of all, I will put a number. How many games do I want to own? Look at your house. I have games scattered everywhere in the garage, in the closet, on top of shelf, on top of drawers, in the kitchen, everywhere. Everywhere you go around my house, you're gonna find a board game somewhere. That should tell you already that I have a problem and we need to address that. So how many? That's a number I'll let you decide. 10, 50, 100, 200. It's up to you. Depends how big your problem is. It's really up to you. And be strict on that. So put that, write a goal, write a limit, and then you go through your collection and you start select. And do not let your memory drive this selection. Be honest with yourself and say, this game, I like it. This game is liked by my friends, so I don't have opportunity to play. If you have box, shrimp rack in your library, like, give them away. Remove it. I've been sitting there for more than a month. There's no chance you're going to play right now because some other games will show up next month. And the hope that a good opportunity is going to come is not there. No, just clean up space. Secondly, expansion. Do you have a game that you have played more than 10 times that you feel is not fresh enough? If you have it, and be honest with yourself, if you have it, maybe keep one or two expansion. Depending how the game. If you play only once and you have 5 expansion and other big boxes, just get rid of it. You know that game has less chances to hit the table just because you have so many expansion. You will feel bad bringing the base game without the expansion. And you don't want to face that reality. You will prefer keep it on your shelf and don't touch it rather than get rid of the expansion and that game will hit the table more and more times. Look at the old games. Do you still play them? Forget about, oh, these are valuable, these are rare. Forget about it. Do you play them? Do you want to play it? If your answer is maybe, if it's not a solid yes, move on. Just give that game away. Sell it or donate, whatever. If it's a solid yes, or you have really time, so let's try it again. Check. If their experience is not the one that you remember or you were hoping for, move on. Get rid of it. Go for genre. If you have lots of Euro games, lots of worker placement game, lots of trick-taking game, go by genre. Pick one or two that has something special or something dear to you, or the one that you really like, and move on. So you at least have the satisfaction to say, if I want to change mechanics, if I want to change genre, I have options. Rediscover your library. Try to set a goal for this new year and say, I'm going to set the numbers and I'm going to replay the games that I haven't played. Forget about the new ones. There's going to be time for the new ones. And if there's not, doesn't matter. You have a nice library of games that you like that you can bring to the table every time. And if you go to Meetup, there's going to be someone that has some hoarding problems that are going to bring the new game. And you're going to have chance to play also the new game. So don't have a fear of missing out. Remember, these are toys. And finally, shift the focus of your library. Why you're collecting? You're collecting for experience, but not an experience with yourself in unboxing and looking at it and imagining, but actually meeting with people. So also select the games that you keep based on the experience. I finally managed to get rid of games that I really, really like, but I will never play it because I never found a person that likes it as much as I do. And I was struggling to remove those games because I said, oh, what if I found that person? I'm telling you this because of personal experience. If you find that person that loves that games as much as you do, they're going to have it. And so you can meet them, you can sit together and share your experience. Doesn't matter you don't have it. At the day, you will not play anyway. It's good that you play that version with your friend and you having a good time with it. What do you think I should add to this list? What do you think I should add to this 2026 board game resolution? Do you agree with me? Please let me know in the comments. I really want to hear from you. And if you made it so far, I want to thank you. Please like, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel. You know the drill. This is not your first YouTube video, am I right? Thank you very much, and see you next time. Ciao.